Why I stopped explaining myself. Hello, my name is Oliver and welcome to episode 72 of the 100 Day Upload series, where I'm uploading every single day for the first 100 days of 2026. I've stopped explaining myself, which sounds strange to say out loud because I'm someone who can talk for England sometimes, but I have. Why? Honestly, why do people need to know? Like, it sounds strange, but people can ask me all sorts of questions. Why did you do that? Why did you do this? And my response usually is, funny. Like, what else am I meant to say, really? It's just funny. Oh, why did you go travelling and sleep on the side of a motorway? Funny. Why did you do that? Funny. That is pretty much my explanation for everything these days, which sounds, I guess, mean sometimes and a bit diabolical, because, I mean, it depends what you're doing, obviously. You know, why did you just, you know, pull out something, you know, go to a school? Yeah, like, okay, that would be, you know, funny. Yeah, rest in peace, 7 people. No, obviously, I'm not that sort of person. So, you know, my sort of explaining myself really is, for instance, I do random stuff. I like random things. For instance, I like the Sinclair C5. It is one of the best vehicles in the entire world, and I wanted one since I was a child, and I saw one come up on Facebook, and it hadn't been used since 1985, and did I buy it? Absolutely I did. Why should I have to explain that to anyone? I wanted one. End of. Purchasing things, I don't really explain anything to anyone. I mean, I guess this series I'm kind of explaining myself a lot, but that's just so I can correctly get my point across. But in regards to most things, I don't explain myself. Why are you going on holiday to that country? Or why are you doing this? Or why do you have an interest in that? To be honest, I don't usually have an answer except funny. It sounds strange, but when I was younger, I used to over-explain myself quite a lot. I used to tell people things they shouldn't necessarily know, or, well, over-explain anything. Why I like a hobby, where did I learn that hobby from, and this and that. And, you know, people get bored. People get bored of hearing me. So I just stopped. I stopped explaining myself to those sorts of people. I don't need to explain myself unless it's like something like serious, obviously, or, you know, or it's related to my child. Like, you know, there's obviously caveats and things where you do have to explain certain things, but most of the time I don't really care. I don't. It's my life, and I enjoy my life, and I enjoy living the way I live every single day. It's sucky, sure. Yeah, it's fine. Like, at the end of the day, I've got things going on in my brain right now which there's no point explaining to you, right? I have just been doing loads today and things which I'm going to do in the future. But do I need to explain why I'm going to do it to you? No. Do I think I'm going to be stupid and it could fail? Yeah, absolutely, that is the case. But to be honest with you, they're my own failures. There's no point over-explaining why I failed something. Like, yeah, I can point out situations where I have failed, for instance, my barbershop, and I can tell you the reasons why it failed, and I probably have in this series already. But to be honest, at the end of the day, well, okay, that one's not funny, but it's more... it's more... I understand what happened, and I understand why I went wrong. Lesson learnt. Moving forward. That's how I see life. If it's a sucky thing, if it's awful, you move on. There's no point explaining it. There's lots of people who want to know more detail, who say why or this and that, and I do have videos where I do explain myself, where I over-explain myself, where I cover the same subjects more than once. For instance, my homelessness things. I honestly... part of it, I upload the homeless stuff purely for the algorithm, but the majority of it is purely because I want to share an alternative side to the story, you know, cover points which I may have missed in the past. And even today, I had comments on some of my old homeless videos where people wanted to know more and people wanted me to make more videos, and that's interesting, because I don't really want to explain it anymore. Okay, I was homeless, cool. I've spent years homeless. I can tell you all the places I've lived. I can tell you why it's happened, but do I want to explain it anymore? No. Do I want to over-explain it? Do I want to go into more detail? Not really. There's lots of things I don't really want to go into detail about. Even the fact of having a gallbladder removed, I don't want to go into details about that. I found out the process of how it happens, and I'm meant to be getting it removed soon. If by the point this video comes out it hasn't been removed already. And just the process of that, you know, I don't really want to be explaining that because I didn't like the sound of it. There's lots of things I don't like the sound of. There's lots of things I know, and there's lots of reasons not to explain myself or over-explain myself. But if I'm doing something stupid or crazy or something out of the ordinary, the answer is funny. Because it is. Life is the journey, life is the experience, and one day I'll have stories to tell the grandchildren. And that'll be great. If they ask detail there and then, okay, that's a different question, I'm sure. I guess there's a bit of mystery to not explaining who I am, not explaining myself. You see me for a few minutes a day on these videos. You don't know my life. You don't know me. You don't know what I do every single day or this and that. So if you see me do something strange, funny. I got that from my friend Finn. Every time I'd ask him something, he'd say funny. And I kind of just picked it up from him when I was about 15, 16 years old, and it's kind of always stuck with me. I mentioned before in a video about what would Finn do. That's how I see life. You know, rest in peace obviously to him. But that's how I see life, it's just funny. Because that's the only thing I can say, because there's no point explaining it, and I'm meant to enjoy the journey on the way. Now, I've probably over-explained just why I don't over-explain, which is an interesting synopsis in itself, but it is what it is. Do I need to explain why my hair looks like a clown today? No? No, I'm not going to, because it's absolutely dreadful. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. Please make sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification, and come back tomorrow at 5 PM for the next video. Share this video to everyone, including your nan, and comment down below something that I haven't explained well enough in this series so far. If you've seen something and I've just not covered it in enough detail, I want to know. Will I respond funny? I don't know. Will I read the comment and respond something seriously? Potentially. Adios and goodbye.